Kevin Stefanski talked about tweaking this offense to fit whomever's playing quarterback.
We have a pretty good understanding of both of their strengths, and then I think you use training camp in the preseason to solidify that game plan moving forward. But they're different players, so certainly you'd run some different plays.
How important is chemistry in the quarterback room?
Yeah, I think it's important in every room, Chris, but that quarterback room is unique. You're talking about a lot of football, and you're digging very deep into that rabbit hole of football, and it really can become graduate level type stuff pretty quickly. So I think when you have a room that really pushes each other, challenges each other, but also respects each other, I think it's important.
And again, it's going to be a challenge for Kevin Stefanski and the offensive coaches to kind of come up with what this offense looks like for Jacoby Brissett. They now have to do that, with the thought that Deshaun Watson's going to miss likely the first 6 games, maybe even more, pending that appeal.
Yeah, and I'm glad they have now to do that. I'm sure they were in the back of their mind. There was a huge section of what they were doing that was kind of preparing for this, but now they have the definite number. They can kind of go ahead and navigate practices and reps and get everything divvied up to get Jacoby ready to be full go for these first 6 games and to tailor everything around him. And not to mention, they already know the defenses they were playing and their strengths and weaknesses. Well, with Deshaun, you'd be able to manipulate things a certain way that you're not going to be able to with Jacoby in the same exact manner. So they're going to have to attack things differently. And they have time to get that together and, make sure that everything gets off without a hitch, because these first 6 games are wildly important. I don't think if you're anything less than 3-3, that you're starting off in a hole. So they need to make sure that they're giving Jacoby everything he needs to succeed.
Now, the other thing is you got to get Deshaun Watson ready to play, hopefully in Game 7. You got to get Jacoby Brissett. You have to have Josh Dobbs or Josh Rosen ready to play in the event Brissett gets. It's a challenge to get all 4 guys snaps and ready to go.
Yeah, limited amount of reps, and then you only got 3 preseason games. It's going to be interesting to see how they divvy that up. How much are we going to see Watson? He's not played in over a year already. So I think it's very necessary to get him some live bullets and in there, but you can't give him so many that you're going to be taking away from Brissett. And like you said, in the event that Brissett gets hurt, you have to have someone for plan C. So how's that going to go? The competition between Dobbs and Rosen, it's going to be very telling how many reps get divvied up during these first 3 preseason games.
And it's important to note Deshaun Watson will be able to do training camp up to the beginning of the regular season. Then the suspension takes place, can't be in the building for, as it stands now, the first 3 weeks, can come back the next 3 before he comes back after the 6-week suspension.